So now interviewer may ask, what is the difference between a DML statement and database class DML methods? So you can perform DMLs in two ways, DML statements or use the database class. DML statements we have already seen in the previous video that you do use an insert or an update, whereas database class provides static methods called as database.insert and database.update. So what are the benefits? It offers additional features such as partial success and control over error handling. Okay, and for error management. So how does this work? Now, how does this database class work with DML? Now we have created a list of data type SObject account, and we have created new three records we are creating, right? Account 1, account 2, and in the third case we are creating a record with a validation error. We are not giving the name. Now if you try to do a normal insert of this without using database class, all these records will fail, even the successful records. But if you use database.insert and call accounts and false, now what is this for? True and false, we will just see. It's a flag called as all of none. But to understand, if you use database.insert on this list, which contains one erroneous record that you're inserting, two records will be inserted, the one will fail, but the transaction will successfully insert the correct record. So this is how the database class works. If you use normal DML, none of the records will be inserted. Okay. So this is the main difference between database class and DML. Once again, if you use normal DML to insert, since one record is having an error, all the records in the list will fail. Whereas if you use database.insert, pass the list name and pass the flag false, the correct records will get inserted, the wrong records will be stored in one error file. Okay, so that is how it will work. Now what is this all or none flag? The all or none flag that we are giving over here, like say here in the false, let's see what it is, true or false. It determines whether all records should be inserted successfully or none if any of the records fails. Default, when you call database.insert without specifying, it uses true. So for all or none, so to allow partial success, so it uses true for all or none. That means it will work like a normal insert. That is, even if one record is problematic, it will not insert the list of records. But to allow partial success that we saw before, you have to set the flag to false to permit some records to be inserted even if others fail. So this is the key thing that we do over here. If you make this false, all the correct records will get inserted. So one more additional advantage is when you make it as false, Salesforce returns a list called as database save result. Now not only it will show you the successful records, the records which have failed, that also you can take a look. How? Let's take a look at an example over here. So basically what you have to understand here is when I say database.insert with the list false, it will give you a array called as database.saveResult, which you can use to check for success and failures. Within the database save result, first it will give you a list of array of successful records, and within that database.results save result, you get something called as error records also. If the result of success is not true, that means there is a problem in the record, and you can drill down onto that particular list and find out what is the error message, why that record failed. So this is the advantage. It allows for error handling also. So finally, summarize benefits of database class DML methods over normal DML. Basically, bulk DML is more efficient, so you use list for handling large data sets. It will help you bypass governor limits, and if you use all or none set to false, you can handle and log any errors for the failed records. And also you should validate the data before insertion to minimize errors. So these are some of the best practice to use with database.class method.